Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Saida Sahla, freelancing Mali, and I'm a foundation level student at Rahan School. So viewers, today I will start a conversation with Maya on the topic air. So I will ask a few questions and Maya will provide me the answer. So let's begin. Hello Maya, how are you?
I'm ready when you. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. How are things with you?
You're welcome. I am also fine. Thanks for asking. So Maya, our today's topic is about air. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's dive in.
Okay, so my first question is for you that what is air?
Invisible mixture of gases.
That's an interesting point. So my next question is why is air important for life?
Because we literally can't survive without it. Oxygen is the fuel our bodies need to function, and it keeps the plant temperature stable so we don't just freeze or fry. Plus, it's how plants breathe, which keeps the whole cycle going.
It really makes sense. So my next question is can we see air?
Nope. It's completely invisible. You can feel it when a breeze hits your face, but you can't actually see it.
Okay, so my next question is what does air help us do?
A ton of things. It helps us breathe, obviously, but it also carries sound so we can actually hear each other. It even helps birds and planes stay in the sky.
Okay, so my next question is why do humans need air to breathe?
It all comes down to energy. Our bodies use the oxygen in the air to turn the food we eat into fuel. Without that process, our cells would basically just shut down.
Okay, so my next question is what happens if there is no air?
What? Everything just stops. We'd lose our oxygen. And without the atmosphere to protect us, the sun's radiation would be brutal. Plus, there'd be total silence, since sound can't travel through a vacuum.
Okay, so my next question is what are the main gases in air?
It's mostly nitrogen and oxygen. Nitrogen takes up about 78%, oxygen is around 21%, and then you've got a tiny bit of argon, carbon dioxide, and other trace gases filling in the rest.
Okay, so my next question is what is oxygen?
It's the gas that keeps us alive. It's a colorless, odorless gas that our cells use to create energy. Basically, the spark that keeps our internal engines running.
So my next question is why is oxygen important?
It's our life support. Our bodies need it to break down glucose and produce the energy that keeps every single organ functioning. Without it, everything just shuts down in a matter of minutes.
Okay, so can you tell me what is carbon dioxide?
It's a gas that we actually breathe out. While we need oxygen to live, plants need carbon dioxide to make their own food through photosynthesis. It's like a trade off between us and the greenery.
Okay, so my next question is how do plants use air?
They're the opposite of us. They take in that carbon dioxide we breathe out and use sunlight to turn it into energy and oxygen. It's a pretty perfect partnership.
Okay, so my next question is why do trees help clean the air?
They're like the planet's lungs. They soak up carbon dioxide and filter out pollutants, then pump out fresh oxygen for us to breathe. It's basically nature's own air purification system.
Okay, so can you tell me what is air pollution?
It's when the air gets contaminated. Basically, it's when harmful substances like smoke, chemicals, or dust get mixed in. It makes the air unhealthy for people, animals, and the planet.
Okay, so my next question is why should we plant more trees?
To keep the air fresh, more trees mean more carbon dioxide being sucked out of the air and more oxygen being put back in. It's the simplest way to fight pollution and give the planet a chance to breathe.
Okay, so my next question is how does air help animals survive?
In a lot of ways. Just like us, most animals need oxygen to breathe and stay alive. But it also helps them in other ways, like birds using air currents to glide or fish using gills to pull dissolved oxygen out of the water.
Okay, so my next question is what is wind?
Wind is just air in motion. It happens when air moves from a high pressure area to a low pressure area. Basically, the atmosphere is just trying to balance itself out, and we feel that movement as a breeze or a storm.
Okay, so my next question is how is wind created?
It's all about temperature. When the sun heats up different parts of the earth unevenly, warm air rises because it's lighter. Then cooler, heavier air rushes in to fill that gap. That movement of air is what creates the wind.
Okay, so my next question is how do birds use air to fly?
It's all about the shape of their wings. They're curved in a way that makes air move faster over the top than the bottom, which creates lift. It's basically the same principle that keeps airplanes in the sky. Listening.
I will repeat my questions. I asked from you later that can you tell me what is the atmosphere?
It's the blanket of gases that wraps around the earth. It keeps us warm, protects us from the sun's radiation, and holds all the air we need to breathe. Without it, we'd just be a cold, dead rock floating in space.
My next question is what is breathing?
It's the way our bodies get oxygen and to get rid of carbon dioxide. We inhale to pull in the fresh air and exhale to push out the waste. It's basically a constant exchange that keeps us powered up.
Okay, so can you tell me how many times do humans breathe daily?
It varies, but on average, most adults breathe about 12 to 20 times a minute. That works out to somewhere around 17,000 to 30,000 breaths a day. Pretty impressive when you think about how much we do it without even noticing. Still there?
So my next question is how many times do humans breathe daily?
Actually, you just touched on that. On average, adults take about 12 to 20 breaths a minute, which adds up to roughly 17,000 to 30,000 breaths a day. Do you want to dive into something else about breathing?
Yes, my next question is can you tell me why do we breathe faster during exercise?
It's all about the demand for energy. When you're exercising, your muscles are working harder and need more oxygen to keep going. Your brain tells your lungs to speed up the pace so you can get that oxygen in and push the carbon dioxide out faster.
Okay, so my next question is, how can factories pollute air?
They pump out a lot of stuff we don't want, like smoke, chemical vapors, and greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide. These get released into the atmosphere through those big smokestacks and end up contaminating the air everyone breathes.
So, can you tell me what are greenhouse gases?
The, they're gases that act like a blanket for the earth. Things like carbon dioxide and methane trap heat from the sun in the atmosphere, which keeps the planet warm. The problem is when there's too much of them, that blanket gets too thick and the planet starts overheating.
Okay, so my next question is, how does air carry sound?
It's all about vibrations. Sound waves travel through the air as these little pulses of pressure. When something vibrates, it pushes the air molecules, which push the next ones, and so on until those vibrations hit your eardrums and your brain turns them into sound. Hey, we're almost out of time on this call. It's going to wrap up in about a minute, but you can always call me back later to keep going. We'll have to stop here for now.
So, my next question is, why can we hear each other?
We really have to wrap up since the call is about to end. But to answer you quickly, sound needs a medium like air to travel. If there's no air, there's nothing to carry those vibrations to your ears, so it's total silence. Call me back soon and we can talk more.
Okay, so my next question is, why is air important in language learning?
I'd love to answer that, but our time is officially up for this session. Give me a call back and we can dive right into that. Bye for now.
Uh, no, Maya, I have a lot of questions I want to ask from you. So,
Understood.
my next question is, why can we hear each other?
Because of those air molecules I mentioned earlier. Sound travels as vibrations through the air, which eventually hit our eardrums. Without a medium like air to carry those waves, we'd be in total silence. Does that make sense?
Yes, it really makes sense. So, my next question is, what happens when we talk?
When we talk, we're essentially creating those vibrations. Your vocal cords vibrate, which pushes the air around them and sends those sound waves traveling through the space between us until they reach someone's ears. It's a pretty cool bit of physics
My
happening.
next question is, how?
I'm listening.
Okay, I'll repeat my question. I asked from you that, how does breathing help speaking?
It's all about the power source. Speaking is basically just controlled exhaling. You need a steady stream of air coming up from your lungs to push those vocal cords into vibration. Without that breath, you've got no fuel to make a sound.
Okay, so my next question is, why do singers practice breathing?
To get more control over that fuel. Singers need to hold notes longer and manage their volume without running out of air mid-sentence. By training their diaphragm, they can push air out more steadily and efficiently, which is what gives them that power and stability.
Okay, so my next question is, how can
Too
air
much?
improve our voice?
It's mostly about support. Proper breath support prevents the voice from sounding thin or strained. When you use your air efficiently, your voice sounds richer and more stable. Do you feel like you've got a good handle on that?
Yes. So let's move on our questions. My next
Glad to hear
question
it.
is okay. What is the connection between air and speech?
It's essentially a feedback loop. Your ears let you monitor your own voice in real time, so you can adjust your pitch and volume to make sure you're being heard. If you couldn't hear yourself, it'd be nearly impossible to speak clearly or naturally.
Okay, so my next question is why do public speakers focus on breathing?
Mainly to keep the nerves in check. Deep breaths calm the nervous system, which stops the voice from shaking. Plus, it gives them the stamina to finish a long sentence without gasping for air. It's a huge part of the performance.
Okay, so my next question is why is meditation connected to breathing?
It's the anchor. Breathing is one of the few bodily functions that's both automatic and something we can consciously control. By focusing on the rhythm of the breath, you can actually signal to your brain that it's time to relax and quiet the noise in your head.
Okay, so my next question is how does air help us stay alive?
It's our primary fuel source. Our bodies need the oxygen in the air to produce energy at a cellular level. Without it, our organs, especially the brain, would shut down almost instantly.
Okay, that makes sense. So my next question is why do mountains have thinner air?
It's all about the gravity. Gravity pulls the atmosphere toward the Earth's surface, so the air is much denser at sea level. As you go higher, there's just less air pressing down from above, meaning the oxygen molecules are more spread out. That's why it's so much harder to breathe up there.
Okay, so my next question is what happens at high altitudes, sorry.
Your body has to work. No worries, I knew what you meant. Since there's less oxygen, your heart beats faster and you breathe more quickly just to get enough fuel to your muscles and brain. If you stay up there long enough, your body actually starts producing more red blood cells to help carry that oxygen more efficiently. It's a wild adaptation.
Okay, so my next question is what is indoor air pollution?
It's when the air inside a building gets contaminated. Things like smoke from cooking, chemicals from cleaning products, or even mold can build up because the air doesn't move as much as it does outside. Those pollutants hang around and can make you sick.
Okay, so my next question is how can we improve indoor air quality?
Moving, opening windows for a cross breeze is a huge help. Adding a few houseplants can so filter out toxins and you a good air purifier. Those can't see really.
Okay, so my next question is why should rooms have
Ventilation is basically just the process of swapping out stale air for fresh air. Without it, the air in a room becomes trapped. Carbon dioxide from your breath and pollutants from things like paint or cleaning supplies just build up over time. Ventilation pushes that air out, pulls clear in, which keeps the room healthy from feeling stuffy.
question is what is a breeze?
Breeze is just a gentle wind. It's a light movement of air that happens when there's a slight difference in pressure or temperature between two areas. Basically, the atmosphere just doing a little stretch.
Okay, so my next question is how does air move clouds?
It's like a giant conveyor belt in the sky. Wind currents, which are just large scale movements of air, push the clouds along. Since clouds are Essentially, just tiny water droplets or ice crystals suspended in the air. They just go wherever the wind takes them.
Okay, so my next question is what is a tornado?
A tornado is basically a violent, rotating column of air. It forms when warm, moist air crashes into cool, dry air, creating a massive spinning vortex that can tear through everything in its path. It's nature at its most chaotic.
Okay, so my next question is how is air involved in storms?
It's all about the pressure battle. Storms usually have big, clean, warm, and cold air. Instability creates drafts, clouds, lightning. Basically, the atmosphere is just trying to find a balance, and the process can be pretty intense.
Okay, so my next question is why do doctors check breathing?
To check if your lungs and heart are working properly. Breathing patterns can tell a doctor a lot. If it's too fast, too shallow, or sounds wheezy, it's often the first clue that something is off with the respiratory system or that the body is struggling to get enough oxygen. It's basically like checking the engine of a car to see how it's running.
Okay, so my next question is what is respiration?
Respiration is basically the process of your body turning oxygen into energy, while breathing is just the physical act of moving air in and out. Respiration is the chemical part that happens inside your cells to keep you powered up.
Okay, so my next question is how can smoking damage the lungs?
It's basically like pouring tar into a delicate machine. Smoking introduces a cocktail of toxins and chemicals that destroy the cilia, those tiny hairs that normally sweep mucus and dirt out of your lungs. Once those are gone, the pollutants just stay there, damaging the air sacs and making it harder and harder for oxygen to get into your blood. It's a slow process of suffocation from the inside out.
Okay, so my next question is why should people avoid smoking?
Because it's a fast track to serious health problems. Beyond just damaging the lungs, it affects everything from your heart to your skin. It basically robs you of your energy and your ability to breathe freely, which is a pretty high price to pay for a habit.
Okay, so my next question is why is yoga focused on breathing?
Because it's a direct line to your brain. By controlling the rhythm and depth of your breath, you can actually flip a switch in your nervous system from fight or flight to rest and digest. That's why yoga feels so grounding. It uses the air to calm your mind while you're working your body.
Okay, so my next question is what happens when there is no oxygen?
Everything just shuts down. Without oxygen, your brain starts to malfunction within seconds because it's the most oxygen hungry organ in your body. After a few minutes, permanent damage sets in and the heart eventually stops. It's the most absolute off switch there is.
Okay, so my next question is why do astronauts need oxygen in space?
Because space is a total vacuum. There's absolutely no air out there, so they have to bring their own supply in tanks and suits just to survive. Without them, it'd be over in seconds.
Okay, so my next question is what is hot air?
It's air that's gained energy from heat. When air gets hot, the molecules move faster and spread out, which makes the air less dense and lighter than the cool air around it. That's why hot air rises. It's the reason hot air balloons can actually float. Pretty wild, right?
Okay, so my next question is what did you learn from air breathing life into language?
I learned that air is way more than just something we breathe. It's the invisible bridge that lets us communicate, the fuel for our voices, and the physical medium that connects us all. It's kind of poetic when you think about it. The very thing that keeps us alive is also what allows us to share our thoughts and feelings.
Okay, my last question is for you that what last advice would you give to the viewers?
My best advice?
Yes.
Don't take the air for granted. We spend our whole lives breathing without even thinking about it, but it's the most vital connection we have to the world around us. So take a deep breath, appreciate the fresh air when you find it, and remember that every breath is a chance to start over. It's the simplest, most powerful thing we share as humans.
Okay, thank you so much, Maya, for this wonderful and inspiring conversation. We really enjoyed this session. I hope you like it. Wishing you all the best for your future, and thank you so much for watching me. Stay connected with me for more inspiring interviews, updates, and AI session. So till then, take care. Allah Hafiz, Pakistan Zindabad.
You're so welcome. It was a real pleasure diving into all that with you. I truly enjoyed the session. Allah Hafiz and Pakistan Zindabad.